Hello everyone, welcome to our assessment 2. Today we will introduce about the Chivli Square. This is my team member, Minhui Shen, ZHIWEI Huang, and JIANLUN Fu.
This open place located at 2 Chifley Square, its cross streets are Hunter, Phillip and Bent streets, with the main entry being on Phillip Street. Due to its prominent location at the peak in the northeast CBD, the tower has broad harbour views from its 42 stogies. The tower is used primarily for commercial use, mostly financial institutions, law firms and corporations. A 3-metre (9.8 feet) lightning rod was added in 2000, extending its original height from 241 metres (791 feet) to 244 metres (801 feet). To stop the tower from moving in the wind, a giant steel pendulum weighing 400 long tons (450 short tons) is held from 875mm (3.0 in) wires near the rooftop. The tower is named after former Australian Prime Minister Ben Chifley. At one time, All Nippon Airways operated a sales office on level 32. Through our investigation, we can find that people usually enter the Chifley Square from Hunterston and Phillip Street. When going out, the opposite is the first way is to pass Phillip Street to Bent Street. The second road is through the Hunterston to reach Macquarie Street. We want to show you the Chifley Square's flow of people through time-lapse photography of Chifley Square working days. From the above we can see the main use of the crowd focused on white-collar workers and pedestrians. Between 9 and 10, the number of white-collar workers ushered in the first peak, reaching 68 people. At noon 11 o'clock to 12 to usher in the second peak, 80. This is the day the largest number of white-collar time. Most people wear suits in their spare time to choose to eat a nutritious lunch to reward themselves for the hard work of the morning. The last peak at the end of the day's work at 16 to 17, reaching 52. The blue line represents the pedestrian. From 7 o'clock in the morning onwards continues to climb to 10 points, reach the first peak, 40. After the 12 to 18 points are relatively stable, the average value is about 20. The grey line represents the traveller, this area in the city centre. So many tourists will pass here and take some photos. Blue lines and yellow lines are more stable. Blue lines mean that people who smoke mean about 10. Yellow lines indicate fitness enthusiasts. These people average less, probably at 5. This is the use of the Chifley Square weekend. We can clearly see, on the weekend, the number of pedestrians and working days, the same at 10 to 11 and 13 to 14 to reach 2 peaks. The highest value of about 45, but the number of white-collar workers fell by about half. From 7 to 13 points on the upward trend, the maximum number reached 40 and then down to 18. And the number of smokers and fitness enthusiasts did not change much. With the development of technology, smart devices have appeared more frequently in people's lives. In this survey, we also did some research on the emergence of smart devices. This is on weekdays and weekends when people use the proportion of mobile phones. In today's modern city, mobile phones gradually become a necessary part of our lives. People can use mobile phones to do a lot of things, such as friends and exchange feelings, write work reports, and even now mobile phone gradually replaced the role of the bank card. Most people just need to bring a mobile phone to pay when they go out, eliminating the need for a heavy cash and with a bank card, but also afraid of missing defects. In the figure we can see that the proportion of the use of mobile phones is very high. The average is about 80%, that is, every 10 people will have 8 people using mobile phones. But this value in the weekend even more improved. The average utilization rate reached nearly 90%. Almost everyone in the use of mobile phones. At the same time, for modern people, life on social software is also a very important part of daily life. For this, we have done a special search on Facebook and Twitter. Since the research on social media was carried out in the late stage, no information was taken to people near the Chifley Square using Facebook or Twitter. According to these two videos, we can find that people rarely publish news about Chifley Square. But when we investigate in the street, we can find that many people are using Facebook to send and receive messages. The number of people is about. At the same time, for modern people, many people and tourists who come to Chifley Square for the first time often can't find the right path to Chifley Square. At this time we will find that many people will look for the road on the map. And the flow of people is different every day of the week. So the data we collect every day will make a difference. Using this data, we can analyze the proportion of people who came to Chifley Square for the first time. As we can see on the map, many people are familiar with the road here during weekday. There is no big difference between the number of people using the map and the number of people not using the map. By the end of the week, the number of people using maps increased significantly, and the number of people using maps clearly exceeded the number of people who did not use maps. From this we can conclude that people will choose to go shopping and eating food at Chifley Square on weekends. They are not familiar with the area, and on weekday, only people who are familiar with Chifley Square will come to this place, most of the staff. So there will be a big difference in the use of the map at the weekend. Through investigation and analysis above, we can find that there are 3 problems in the open square: lack of seat, no battery charge, lack of guidance. During the shooting of the time-lapse photography, we interviewed many users of Chifley Square and asked them about the use of this area. Almost everyone showed us the lack of seats. The number of office workers and tourists in this area is very high. We have chosen two solutions to solve the problem as a missing problem. First of all, this project called a glowing swing. These swinging swings, like huge glowing purple earrings, are an interactive urban device built from polypropylene. These swings are designed in 3 sizes to suit different urban dwellers. LED lighting is controlled by a custom microprocessor, and the swing built-in accelerator measures the acceleration of the swing. When the force is still and the swing is stagnant, the LED will release the fused white light. When the swing vibrates, the white light turns into a faint purple, creating a romantic atmosphere. For the office crowd, we chose a project called Digital Harbour. The Digital Harbour Information Facility consists of a rotatable concrete lounge chair and a small table, free Wi-Fi, and a side touch screen that provides all kinds of information and timely news in the city. With power outlets, it is convenient for the public to charge mobile phones and use laptops. The digital station is a place for people to work and rest in a public environment, so that the public can temporarily get office, exchange and get relevant information in time. As a road identification facility commonly used in life, street signs are the best props for strangers to familiarize themselves with the area. However, in our observations, Chifley Square did not have many road signs. And when we first went to Chifley Square, it was difficult to find this place. So we felt that we needed to add some digital signs in Chifley Square. On weekends, many people come back to Chifley Square to shop and eat. So the first time to Chifley Square is easy to get in the wrong direction. If there are some road signs, it will be convenient for people to come to Chifley Square. This way we have added a screen to the street sign and people can click on the screen to get some information about Chifley Square and the surrounding area. The internet will recommend a few family restaurants and clothing stores to give people the choice to quickly find the restaurant and clothing store that suits them, so they don't waste time searching for restaurants. And it can also book restaurant seats remotely, so that people don't feel uncomfortable because of the long queues at lunchtime.